And welcome back to the Best of Jazz here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russell with you as we bring you the best in jazz entertainment. And I've got really good stuff coming up here for you, so I hope you'll stay with me for the Best of Jazz here on GJRB Online. And got some really good music, so I hope you'll stay with me throughout the afternoon. Gonna kick back and relax and enjoy it, so hope you'll stay with me. Well, now let's get things started. Get back on the queue here. We've got some really good jazz here on our Best of Jazz program here on GJRB Online. Got some jazz fusion coming up in this next half hour. Got some really good stuff for you. Some new emerging artist, and got a lot of really neat stuff. So I hope you'll stay with me throughout the afternoon. This next artist comes out of California. Let's see, we have here on this. Here it is. I think Norm Albertson's his name. And this artist hails from Century City, California. And listen to this, just about a few notes of this already. It's absolutely fabulous. The selection is called Seasons of the Heart. This is Norm Albertson on the Best of Jazz on GJRB. New emerging artist there. Good stuff. Absolutely incredible. That is Do Right Music is what it's called. The Cookers Quartet featuring Johnny O'Neill, Honeycomb Soul, which absolutely incredible stuff there. In this music. Let's see if we can wait. I wanted to turn that off a minute because I wanted to get into the main one there, and I just can't seem to get into the tracks that I have on there, and I thought for sure that I had the artist page there for that particular recording. Absolutely fabulous. Wanted to find out exactly where he's from, and I'm not getting that, so I'm going to have to check that out through the other list there and see if I can go into my main page there. Let's see if I can find it. In a while, let you know exactly what that piece of music is, though, because that's absolutely fabulous. There it is. The Cookers Quartet featuring Johnny O'Neill. Doesn't really say where he's from exactly, but absolutely good piece of music there for you on our Best of Jazz. Gary J. Russell with you on GJRB Online, the Best of Jazz. Hope you're enjoying the program. If you like the show, please hit that like button, because I'm always appreciated when we get people liking our show. Last night, by the way, Mike Myers, thank you for tuning in. He actually listened to, not sure if he liked, Easy Nights last night. And we were on the air for a couple hours last night playing some beautiful music from that, dedicated to those radio stations that played that beautiful music format, which I think I got some hits on it, but I don't know how many hits I got on it, whether it was liked or not, but it's good stuff. I like that kind of stuff anyway, so it's kind of fun. All right, weather on the fives right now, a little past it, but hey, what the heck? We do it anyway. If it's close enough. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures across America right now. It's kind of cool and 62 degrees and partly cloudy in San Francisco. Manhattan, New York, 69 degrees and fair. Atlanta, Georgia's checking in with 80 under partly cloudy skies. Got a little dismal outside. It was already nice, beautiful morning. It was sunshine. There was a bit of sunshine peeking out about an hour ago, or about when we just got started. But now it kind of like went into the clouds, and it's kind of overcast again here in Clinton, Iowa. So I don't know what happened to that sun. 46 degrees and fair. 46 degrees and rain in Chicago right now. They're raining. Boston, Massachusetts, 66 and sunny for Boston. So they're at least getting some nice weather. Houston, Texas now at 72 under rain. So Houston, Texas getting a lot of rain under that frontal system that's kind of stationary over their area. Stationary rain system that's really giving them a lot of flooding down that area where our one of our followers BJ's at, the Black Dragon Radio Network there. And I know up that area, I don't know if he's getting up there in LaPorte, but I know that they've been getting some pretty extended flooding in that area. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that for you. Weather on the fives, 25 and 45 minutes past the hour on all music shows, 25:55 on all talk shows, or any time that ends in 5. You know, we do freestyle every once in a while. We get jamming like we just did. Did weather on the fives anyway, but I could have postponed it for another like 5-10 minutes because sometimes when we jam, we miss the weather, and so we'll put it in the next 5. So weather on the fives, anytime it ends in 5, 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 minutes past the hour right here on GJRB Online. For weather on the fives. Got a lot of really good music, and I hope you're enjoying the program today. And got new emerging artists all the time here on GJRB Online, because I love playing this new emerging stuff, because I believe the new artists deserve it too. You know, I mean, you got some really good, talented, emerging jazz composers out there. I mean, really good music, and we like to give them attention here on the Best of Jazz. Coming up, we got some great big band music. It's swing. Got some Count Basie coming up a little later on. So check that out. This guy, let's see, he comes out of Big Spring, Texas. I wonder how close that is to our friend Black Dragon. This guy's name is J. Gale Kilgore Country. I think I played him before. Not really sure, but he falls under the jazz genre too, as well as country and other places, I think. See, a lot of these artists on this new emerging artist, a lot of times go try other genre, so they may have a selection under a different genre, but yet they are considering themselves jazz. But this guy, like I said, hails from Texas as well, and this is a selection called "When Was the Last Time." This is J. Gale Kilgore Country on the Best of Jazz. A little bit of country swing here.
Whoa, when was the last time that you thought about me? I wonder if it could have been last night. When was the last time that you thought about me? I wonder if it could have been last night. 'Cause last night I was out there doing things I'd never done. I mean, last night I was out there having fun. When was the last time that you thought about me? I wonder if it could have been last night. When was the last time that you thought about me? I wonder if it could have been last night. I was out there doing things I'd never done. I mean, last night I was out there having fun. Whoa. When was the last time that you thought about me? I wonder if it could have been last night. Last time that you thought about me, I wonder if it could have been last night. Yes, I wonder if it could have been last night.
I guess you could call that country swing. J. Gale Kilgore Country, and when was the last time? Kind of fits in that country kind of thing over our Bluegrass Jubilee a little bit too. But if you like the song, great. Not, we'll ever play it again here on GJRB. Test the audience, see what you think. And if you're listening to this as a recorded podcast, just leave a message in the chat room, and we'll, if you don't like it, thought it was kind of dumb, never hear it again. Let's get back into more jazz. Here's Count Basie. 920 special. This is the GJRB Online Network. Oh yeah, great stuff from Victor Feldman, In My Pocket. For that, Smoke It's in Your Eyes, a great cover version of that Platters classic by David Sanborn. Absolutely fabulous. One of my favorite pieces of music off of a CD I have. It has featured some really great variety of smooth jazz material, and that is one of my favorites from the Jazz's 1995 collection. Absolutely incredible. One of these days on, matter of fact, on my next Best of Jazz, I'm going to feature the music of David Sanborn, because here's a man who absolutely has some of the best fabulous jazz there is. I'm telling you what, one of my favorite jazz composers there, David Sanborn. We're going to feature some of his music, do a bio coming up, so stay tuned for the next edition of the Best of Jazz. Watch for postings here on the GJRB Spreaker public site and all over the social sites, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all over the internet. Actually, Google+ doesn't exist anymore, does it? I don't see it anymore. I can't even get to it. But anyway, you can at least get it on Facebook and Twitter. And over on, we'll post some notices over there on our Pinterest page as well. So you can get a full schedule of programs here on GJRB Online that you can listen to. Earlier you heard Count Basie in the 920 special. Absolutely fabulous stuff. I'm telling you what. Coming up this hour, got a new artist out of Canada. His name is Brendan, and a great piece coming up. I don't know if it's Stomping at the Savvy, but the selection, I didn't really listen all the way through to it, but it sounds real interesting, so we got that coming up. And we're winding down. We're into 50 minutes of non-stop jazz here on the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online. And I want to thank you for tuning in. If you're listening on Saturday afternoon, I hope you are. I'd love to catch every one of you. It's just come and say hi in the chat room. I'll open up my Skype in case someone would like to call in. It's Gary.Russin. Or if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, just go into the messenger and hit that call button, and we'll put you on the air. You can hit that like button. I would love that you hit that like button on our show, because that lets me know that I have listeners out there somewhere in the ether. Whether it be family members or anybody who follows me here on Spreaker. It would be great if we have some listeners this afternoon, because I love playing this jazz, and even if I don't get listeners, I love doing this work. I enjoy doing radio. Been doing it all my life practically, and to give it up over just the lack of listeners is kind of ridiculous. So we're just going to keep on going. Got a lot of really good jazz, and if you like it, love to hear from you. And just put that the like button, and hit that like button, and let me know you're out there and that you like our jazz, because I'm always out for an open ear to see who might be out there listening to our jazz today here on GJRB Online. Always fabulous stuff. Next, we haven't played this in a while. Another great couple of jazz musicians we're going to kind of split up and play separate tracks from is Miles Davis and Charlie Parker. These two guys, especially Charlie Parker, who absolutely is another jazz composer that's absolutely incredible. I'm going to feature him on a future show too. He is, I've heard a lot of his selections, and he is just incredible stuff. I mean, this guy can pull out some really, really neat stuff. So we got them coming up. And we're going to end this segment with that. And we're going to go into part 2 and feature some more great classic jazz. And we'll crank up another 50 minutes of nonstop jazz for you coming up after the excuse me, after 4:30. So we'll have another 50 minutes of nonstop jazz for you here on GJRB Online. So tune in for that. We'll have some more really good stuff. and Weather on the Fives, and our program schedule coming up as well for our program schedule. So you want to tune in for that. We got some really good stuff. I won't be on the air tomorrow. It's Mother's Day. So I'm going to spend some time with the family. I'm going to take the day off. Tomorrow, no broadcasting. And then Monday, I got to do some stuff. So no radio until probably Tuesday. And then we're going to do Tuesday afternoon and feature the music and Christian rock back on our airwaves again with another Positive Rock Twin Spin Tuesday. And we'll feature some new emerging artists in that. Got some two from some of your favorite emerging artists that we played in the past. And I'll have some new music for you from some new album selections as well. So you want to tune in on Tuesday, 3 o'clock Central Time, right here on Spreaker. 3 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, and 1 o'clock Pacific on Friday, on Tuesday afternoon. And then next Friday, the return of the Gary Russin program, which I'm not on for a while. There's a lot of stuff going on in the news that we want to chat about, some interesting stuff going on. I know a lot of people like to talk, so we're going to bring back the Gary Russin program next week on Friday afternoon for a Freestyle Friday edition of the Gary Russin program. Let's start off with our news and comment. Always has some really interesting stuff to chat about, so you're going to want to listen to that broadcast. It's all coming your way right here on Spreaker, and we'll have all the stuff going on in the what's happening in the news. So I hope you'll tune in for that. A lot of stuff going on with Donald Trump. Everybody picking on him like they have. Notice how the news people just they have to pick on this guy 24/7. It seems. And we're going to talk a lot about that and some more interesting stuff going on in the news. Got some really interesting stories I'm going through to talk about. So join me next Friday, 3 o'clock Central Time for the Gary Russin program right here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Okay? And we'll have all that. Right now, though, we're going to get back into the jazz. To take us out in the break and get us into the break, rather. Take us out into the break is Miles Davis and Charlie Parker. This is a track called The Night in Tunisia on the Best of Jazz on GJRB.